So I want to share a simple trading strategy with you guys that is designed for use on futures markets, right? So this is going to be leverage trading Bitcoin, leverage trading Ethereum is where you're probably going to have the most ability to utilize this. This is a very simple, lower time frame trading strategy. This is not a swing trade strategy. This is more of a scalping strategy. So these are quick, short profits. We're not, catching ultimate bottoms. These aren't positions that we're going to hold forever. And the reason that I take the time to really emphasize that is because often what I find with students is that they come across a good scalping strategy, which there are many good scalping strategies. It's really not too difficult to come up with a good scalping strategy. The problem with most of our students, the most traders that I've come across trying to scalp unsuccessfully is execution. All right, execution and expectations, because again, we have this PTSD of trying to short the top and buy the bottom. So when you scalp a good overextended entry, overbought, oversold, which is what I'm going to share with you guys today, we get greedy and we're like, oh, well, what if this is the bottom? But oftentimes, no, you're just nibbling a little movement in a much broader trend, right? So you want to be very cautious with the strategy that I'm about to share with you about your expectations and making sure you grab those quick, secure profits. All right. So I'll share this with you guys. I'll show you guys exactly how to do this. All you need is a trading view chart, and you're going to need a free account on Coinalyze, all right, to get very accurate open interest data. All right. So let's get into the chart, and I will show you exactly how to execute this strategy. So what we want to do, it's fine if you want to use the 15-minute chart. I prefer the 3-minute chart for this. And what I like to use is a VWAP. That's it. Just go to your indicator screen here and type in VWAP, and you can use just the built-in trading view default volume weighted average price indicator. We're going to go to settings here, and we're going to enable 2 standard deviations right here, this band multiplier of, okay. All right. And all we're looking for is we are going to, of course, you can add an alert to kind of simplify this process. So just come in here. And this way you don't have to stare at your chart all the time. But in essence, we need a condition to be true before we get a setup. And that is that price has to trade above or below 2 standard deviations of VWAP. All right. So price has to either go above this yellow band or price has to go below this yellow band. Only when that happens will we even look to see if there's an opportunity to trade. So that is the first condition that has to be met. All right. We just simply sit here and we wait until price deviates from VWAP above or below 2 standard deviations, because at 2 standard deviations, that is a very extreme movement that is unlike most things. Well, outside of the bell curve, if you will. And that is an opportunity for us to trade. Okay. So once that happens, and by the way, we can just right click here, add an alert. And we can set that on VWAP. And we can say, actually, sorry, we want to see price crossing less than VWAP lower band 2. All right, so this will give you an alert every time Bitcoin trades below the 2 standard deviations. Right? If you want to set a above, you can just go greater than upper band 2. All right, so same thing. So set these 2 alerts, and then you can just walk away from your computer and you can just chill, relax, wait until said alert comes in. Once that happens, then you need to go over to this beautiful website. This is coinalyze.net, coinalyze.net, coinalyze.net. All right, coinalyze.net. It is free. Make an account. It's great. You'll love it. Make an account and then come in here, and you want to select the exchange that you are actually trading on. All right, so trading on Binance, select Binance. If you're trading on ByBit, select ByBit. If you are trading on Fairdesk, select ByBit or Binance. I use Binance. It's fine. And we just want this indicator, this open interest indicator right here. That's all we want. All right. So once we're trading 2 standard deviations below VWAP, all right, I'm going to show you this setup right here. This is what just happened on our chart. This is the exact same price movement that we saw over here. Okay. Saw right here. Sorry. Right here. Same price movement that we see right here on the 3-minute chart. We can see in this moment, price trades below 2 standard deviations of VWAP right here. Very clean, very simple. All right. We can see that also on our Coinalyze chart. This movement right here. And we want to see what we want to see is we want to see this open interest indicator drop, ideally, by more than 1%. All right, so we can see from peak to trough, we lose about 1%. All right, so this is not the strongest signal that we'll ever see, but this is a pretty good one. If you see an OI drop of 2% or greater, that is screaming at you to go in. And all you do is once you get that, it will usually happen on a candle where we get a lot of, I don't know why those, but it'll usually happen on a candle where we get a lot of liquidations as well. All right, so liquidations can be a good confirming signal as well, but lots of liquidations and a big open interest drop is telling you that a lot of positions just got forced out. A lot of positions just got liquidated. A lot of positions just were forced to close. All right. And that is often a time when the market reverses. A highly probable time that the market will reverse, especially in futures. And we can see, yeah, if you would have just had the balls to buy long on the close of this candle, when you saw all the liquidations, when you saw that price was trading below 2 standard deviations of VWAP, and when you saw that there was a big OI drop, you could have done quite well. All right. So taking profit. All right, so let's make sure we're clear on the entries. Price trading below 2 standard deviations of VWAP, big open interest drop of 1% or greater. And you can use liquidations as confirmation as well. All right. All right. So you take your entry. All right. Good way to set your stop loss is to go to the 15-minute time frame. And this is my process. Go to the 15-minute time frame. Pull up the average true range. The indicator, the average true range. Go to your data window right here, and you can see what the ATR is on the bar. 161.81. And then just measure 161.81 below the low. And that's going to be your stop loss. If you're finding that you're getting stopped out too much with this, go 1.5. Go 1.5. All right. And then as far as profits, back to VWAP is generally safe. Okay. Back to VWAP is generally safe, which is just going to be the blue line on VWAP. This is a very simple scalping strategy. I have used this for many years. I have automated lots of different strategies like this. But when it comes to lower time frame trading, honestly, with regards to Bitcoin, trend lines and moving averages and all that stuff, down on the 3, down on the 15, I don't find that stuff useful at all. That stuff doesn't give me winning trades. Open interest gives me winning trades, right? Being patient and waiting for price to come into these ranges, all right? Because this strategy will crush if Bitcoin is not going parabolic, if Bitcoin is not trending very strongly in one direction. Obviously, that's a very specific strategy that you need a system for, catching those kind of big breakout movements and then just having the balls to hold long. But anytime price is consolidating, which is what it does most of the time, this is the behavior that you'll see from Bitcoin. Bitcoin will drive from liquidity to liquidity to liquidity, stopping people out, grabbing liquidations, grabbing liquidity, and then reversing into the next liquidation zone. This is what we'll do over and over again. So being aware of this and not entering here in the middle of the range like a Muppet, but waiting for those deviations, waiting for those open interest drops and entering here and counter trading, fading the breakdown, I think is a highly successful strategy that a lot of people can have a lot of simple success with. It's very easy. It's very simple. It's not complicated. And all you have to do is focus on the key parts that we just went over here, right? You don't need to look at moving averages. You don't need to look at support and resistance. You don't need to look at any of this junk, all right? That's not what you're doing. Build a scalping strategy that makes money, and don't let whatever analysis or work that goes into that strategy, or excuse me, don't let philosophies or other different types of trading strategies seep into what you're doing. All right. Just keep things contained. This is a simple strategy that can make money in and of itself. And if you just focus on that and don't focus on the other things, you'll do well. Build one good strategy and then build another good strategy and then build another good strategy. Right.